The car shot forward, nearly crushing. Got an officer standing directly in front of it. She almost drove straight into me. The suspect is fleeing. The pursuit did not last long. When the vehicle was blocked at an intersection, police immediately deployed spike strips under the tires to eliminate any chance of a second escape attempt. One team carried riot shields, one team carried tasers, and one team stood ready with lethal cover. In the early morning of July 5, 2015, the atmosphere at an apartment complex in Greenfield, Wisconsin, was suddenly torn open by the sirens of police cars and fire trucks. At first, this was treated as a call to intervene, in an ordinary civil dispute, but no one expected that a petty argument was about to turn into a tragedy, one that nearly cost law enforcement officers their lives. At the scene, the officers entered an apartment and found a chaotic scene. Blood was scattered across the floor and across a man's face. She is downstairs in a blue car with a heavyset guy. The victim breathlessly told police that the cause of the altercation was almost absurd. An argument over gas money. A 20-year-old woman lost control, throwing a glass lunch container straight at her sister's boyfriend. The shattered glass lodged in his leg and left the victim injured in the neck. As the officers headed up to the apartment, they unknowingly walked right past the suspect. That initial lapse became the spark for a chain of reckless actions. Moments later, in the parking lot, two officers approached the blue car. When they ordered the suspect to step out, instead of complying, the young woman made the worst decision of her life. She hit the gas. "Step out of the car, step out now." The officers' shouts rang out in vain. As the engine roared, the car shot forward, nearly crushing. Got an officer standing directly in front of it. She almost drove straight into me. The suspect is fleeing. A black woman in a purple shirt is running out. The radio traffic turned urgent. The officer's breathing was still trembling, after escaping death by inches. At that point, the nature of the case had changed completely. What began as disorderly conduct had become a dangerous criminal offense. When an individual uses a motor vehicle, legally considered a highly dangerous instrument, to charge toward another person or flee, despite police orders to stop, that conduct is no longer a traffic violation. It is a threat to human life. The pursuit did not last long. When the vehicle was blocked at an intersection, police immediately deployed spike strips under the tires to eliminate any second attempt to escape. The scene is now stretched as tight as a wire. A line of dark gun barrels points straight at the windshield. Hands up! Step out of the vehicle if you do not want to be shot. However, inside the vehicle, the suspect shows no intention of cooperating. She remains seated in the cabin, phone in hand, sobbing and screaming. More than 5 minutes pass. In the terrifying silence between gun barrels and crying, inside the vehicle, the suspect is calling her mother over the phone. Her mother is also in a panic, begging her daughter to step out. Before the police open fire, the officers begin preparing a forced extraction plan. One team carries riot shields, one team carries tasers, and one team stands ready with lethal cover. "Ready, I will breach from the front." The officers coordinate smoothly, like a machine. As the vehicle door opens, police rush in like a storm. "Step out. Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back." The suspect offers weak resistance, screaming continuously. One officer quickly handcuffs her, while the others secure the surrounding area to ensure there are no other weapons. After she is placed in handcuffs, the suspect finally begins to feel overwhelming fear and the pain from the wound in her leg. "You are extremely lucky to still be alive," an officer says while bandaging her wound. That is not a threat. It is the truth. Under United States law, using a vehicle to charge at police is considered an assault with a deadly weapon, and police are fully authorized to open fire to protect life. At the police station, the young woman's statement is completely inconsistent with the facts. She tries to cast herself as the victim, accusing the man of assaulting her first. But evidence from the cameras, the sequence of events, and witness statements at the scene exposed everything. The suspect is held on $10,000 bail. By April 20, 2016, She is found guilty on both felony charges. The lesser charges are dismissed, so the case can focus on the principal sentence. The final sentencing hearing is set for June 20th, 2016. One moment of losing control over a few dollars of gasoline led to a criminal conviction that would follow this young woman for life. The law always leaves room for leniency, but it never accepts the act of using another person's life as a gamble for one's own recklessness. How do you view the decisive actions of law enforcement in this situation? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video useful and informative, do not forget to like and share, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next compelling case analyses and legal insights. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and see you next time.